Political opponents of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte attempted to bribe ICC officials to bring down the nation's ex-leader. That's the explosive claim his defence team have alleged during an ongoing international criminal court case focused on the Duterte administration's ruthless war on drug dealers. RT's Dwayne Dazon takes up the story.
The Hague's International Criminal Court has always insisted its investigations are independent. But a bombshell expose here in Manila is threatening its foundation. RT attended the press event when lawyer Levi Baligot presented a sworn affidavit from 18 former security personnel. Baligot maintains he is not connected to the Duterte family and is only representing the group of ex-Marines who claim they acted as bagmen in a high-level scheme to compromise the ICC's probe into former President Rodrigo Duterte.
The foreigners traveled to various locations in Manila and Quezon City using the vehicles of Zaldico. Based on conversations we overheard, they were visiting places where the alleged extrajudicial killings, EJKs, connected to the war on drugs of former President Rodrigo Duterte reportedly occurred. We confirmed that the foreigners they were referring to were representatives of the International Criminal Court, ICC, after we saw Chantal in the news identified as a member of the ICC.
The testimony centers on the arrival of ICC investigators in late 2023 when, according to the whistleblowers, their employer Zaldico tasked them to prepare for foreign guests. Billionaire contractor Co is at the heart of a massive 2025 flood control corruption scandal and allegedly used his private security forces to manage the ICC's logistics. The whistleblowers claim they handled staggering amounts of cash intended to ensure the investigators remained under the influence of the administration's allies.
We often personally witnessed the counting of the money before it was placed into various containers. Depending on the amount the money was placed in, A, suitcases, large, 50-70 million Philippine pesos capacity, medium, 30-40 million Philippine pesos capacity, small, 15-25 million Philippine pesos capacity. B, paper bags, 5-10 million Philippine pesos capacity. C, expandable envelopes, 2 million Philippine pesos capacity.
The affidavit goes beyond local deliveries. It cites DHL receipts showing shipments sent directly to ICC representatives in the US and the Netherlands. The bagmen alleged these funds were the engine behind the curated investigation into alleged extrajudicial killings. Instead of conducting a traditional objective probe in government offices, these investigators reportedly met in private estates and safe houses, speaking only to witnesses who were pre-selected and screened by the Duterte family's most persistent political rival, former Senator Sonny Trillanes. He is one of the most outspoken critics of the alleged extrajudicial killings during former President Duterte's time.
All of the vehicles that were used, hotel accommodations, were taken care of Zaldico and Sonny Trillanes. You will also see in this affidavit the frequent deliveries of luggage and paper bags of money given to those who are taking care of the ICC investigators in the country. All their food, all the vehicles, hotels, condominium units were taken care of the group of Sonny Trillanes and Zaldico. This is the team leader of the ICC investigators, Chantal Daniels. This is the photo taken by one of their security detachment. Shown here are some of their colleagues.
The implications of this pay-to-play project are profound. The whistleblowers have implied that these bribes fast-track the ICC's case to directly implicate Rodrigo Duterte. While Sonny Trillanes dismisses the claims as a blatant lie, the scandal has forced a rift in the current government. Senator Amy Marcos has now filed a resolution to investigate whether the ICC's evidence was manufactured through this secret cooperation. If true, it suggests the case against Duterte wasn't built on facts, but on suitcases full of cash provided by his fiercest enemies.
The ICC investigators themselves committed graft and corruption because why did they allow all the expenses, vehicles, food were taken care of by people who they know are the enemies of who they were investigating? Apparently, the mandate of the ICC is to protect the human rights of people, but why did not bestow to or respect the human rights of one person who they were investigating, and instead should have investigated other people who were not pre-selected by Sonny Trillanes?
Attorney Baligod has confirmed he is now handing this evidence over to the Office of the Ombudsman and in the future to the ICC's own internal oversight body. As the Senate prepares for a formal inquiry, the question for The Hague is no longer simply about the war on drugs, but encompasses its own investigators and whether they became pawns from multi-million-dollar political hit job.
Now, the idea of an African-made car has long captivated engineers on the continent. And next, our host asks, has the influx of Chinese companies and expertise pushed local labour to the side or actually made that dream a realistic possibility? Lamumba's Africa explores that and more right ahead.